Namaste viewers, welcome to Jaipur Dialogue USA and Jaipur Dialogue और आपका स्वागत है. Um, I also wanted to say that please like, subscribe, press the bell icon and support our channel. Today I'm going to talk in English for a simple reason that it concerns an issue affecting America today, eventually Indians as well. What is important here is to know that immigration is a matter on which I believe President Joe Biden has taken a big chance. What was supposed to have been a dream world, fulfillment of an American dream to come to America, has become, unfortunately, a stigma on being an immigrant. And I'm talking about the issue that is happening in America right now. Think about it. Ever since Mr. Trump was defeated in the election, who was very strong about preventing illegal immigration coming from the southern border and build a wall to prevent people from coming in illegally. He also had a rule that if you want to seek asylum, the asylum rules demanded that you demand asylum, you apply for asylum from the country in the US Embassy, wherever you are living. But when President Biden took over, the floodgates opened. He opened the doors of America, come one, come all. Now, it has a very dangerous ramification. As the saying goes, politicians are not stupid. They play the game for a purpose, and it's very clear now. The rampant immigration that has happened, it is estimated approximately 3 million people have come in since Biden became the president. The August data, last month data, is 200,000 and over spilled over in America in August itself. It is preposterous numbers. It is preposterous number for the simple reason that there is a virtually, what we call in Hindi, a chakka jam. The entire state machinery is unable to do that. The rule of the law is if you set your foot on American soil, you have become claimant to American privileges. The result is you have a very dangerous situation. But there's a political play in it. The political play is very simple. Arizona and Texas, which are closest to the border in southern side, they are traditionally Republican states. When these people come in, they become residents of Texas and Arizona. And because the Democrats allowed this immigration honor or privilege, they expect to turn red state into blue. The serious issue is Texas has always been red. And if Texas becomes blue, Republicans can kiss their ambition to run America ever, because they will never win it ever again. That's the gameplay. You have also noticed that because of the policies pursued in California, a lot of people have migrated from California to Texas, businesses and others, employers. The fear is that these people will eventually turn Texas into a red state. Now, here is an important part. The common man's life in Arizona and Texas is badly affected. The result is that Governor Abbott started a particular strategic move that I can't handle. My state alone can't handle all these people coming in. I'm not welcoming illegal immigration. So what he did was started sending immigrants coming there in buses and planes to states that had openly declared their immigration policy, calling it sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. California and New York were two such states. What has happened? Ever since Governor Abbott of Texas began to send these people to other states, the sanctuary city declared states and cities, mayhem went crazy. There was all hell broke loose. because now those governors and those mayors began to say that the governor of Texas is indulging in inhuman acts by sending them to our state. We are not a border state. New York, my home state, 36 miles east from where I am today, you have a scenario that New York City is collapsing. As I was coming to you to talk to you about this, New York City Democrat, which is totally Democrat-controlled city, the people were shouting at them. They were saying that these people are illegals, they are not asylum seekers. The Democratic Party is pushing an agenda that these illegals must claim asylum here, breaking the asylum law that says that you have to claim asylum in the country of your origin or in an embassy overseas. You can't claim asylum after coming to the America. So Democratic Party is breaking virtually all rules. So my Indian friends in New York and California or anywhere else in the world, think about it from that perspective. You and I are affected as immigrants. That's why I say Biden's immigration policy is a huge gamble for permanently destroying the reputation of people like you and I. It's targeted making immigrants the villain of the piece. Let's get that very clear. Let's get that really very clear. You and I are going to be blamed. Who will know where do I come from? By the look of it, some might suspect I'm Indian, some may suspect somebody else. So you and I are being risked under this particular policy only because they want a Texas to turn blue. New York City, you know what happened? Mayor, who is a Democratic mayor, he collided with the president and federal government, including Governor Hochul, who said immigration is a federal matter and they must handle it because New York budget is collapsing. New York City is in a mess. Immigrants are sleeping on the street. I don't think they are to be blamed. I don't know whether they want to sleep on the streets. They came with a hope. There's a policy of the Democrats, and I dare say that, who is putting one immigrant versus another. And I've often said that Democrats play the divide and rule game, the vote bank game, rather viciously. They don't care. They only talk about caring. AOC and others, Democrat leaders in New York City, got booed by the crowd. Same people who voted them in, that this is totally uncharitable. New York City is spending $120,000 plus on immigrants. They are getting $500 worth of room facility in a Roosevelt Hotel and other five-star hotels. Do you think the common man who is living in New York is happy about it? Do you think the common man whose hotels and other facilities are being closed in California, they are happy about it? No, they are not. There is one thing which is very important here. I came to this country in 1991. Ever since then, the politicians have been talking about comprehensive immigration reform, and it has not happened. 1991, I have been hearing it. I don't know how many years earlier to that this conversation was going on, but 1991, I remember clearly. People were talking about comprehensive immigration reform in this country, and they haven't done it yet. It is obvious. It's not for the lack of brain power or lack of thinking capacity. It's definitely one of the classic cases of lack of political will to solve the problem. Here is how the problem can indeed be solved. Look, you are in business. If those of you who are watching this are in business or employees in some companies, you know that every company puts out their employment needs, the manpower needs every year. HR department does that all the time. CEOs demand what kind of manpower we need, what kind of people we need, how many we need, and accordingly they act on it. Advertise and seek advertisements. They don't say first come, first served and throw the employment opportunity in the marketplace. Correct? That's the important part. Why can't the US government, relying on the 90% of people who are in private sector, do an employment-based assessment of what kind of people we need? That's what is important. It's a very solvable problem. Albert Einstein said, any intelligent fool can complicate a simple problem. It takes courage to move in the other direction. That's the issue here. Both parties are responsible for not coming to a conclusion. My Republican Party as well. But the extent to which you can apportion the blame is more than obvious. While Mr. Trump, as unpopular he may have been, he brought about a performance, merit-based, need-based immigration. Who do I need? I think he operated on the corporate philosophy basis. The who do I need vis-a-vis who is coming in. So if I don't need computer programmers, why am I letting computer programmers come in? Just an example. I know based on industrial data that US will be suffering from shortage of plumbers to the tune of over 300,000 plumbers and many professions, many vocational occupations. Who is coming here? You can solve this problem. Very simple. Advertise that United States will need 250,000 plumbers in the next 5 years. All those people who have US certified plumbing certificate from a polytechnic or a community college will be given a job, will get an opportunity to start a business. Trust me, all those people who are applying for a student visa to study liberal arts or anything else, they will line up for community college admission because a plumber in the United States makes average salary of $65,000 a year. And community college education is $20,000 a year. Think, it doesn't need big challenge to address the situation. So if we made that assessment, who can come and who cannot, then we are able to solve the problem. But at this point in time, immigration has become a real challenge. Remember one thing clearly. United States needs people. I'm an immigrant. I'm not against immigration. I'm against this country's rule of law being flouted. This country prides in saying that we are a country of laws. And you are violating the very essence of law by breaking asylum rules. Anybody walk in? What about the people who are sitting in line? What is the message to them? President Biden, and if you are listening, Secretary Mayorkas, you are trying to give work permit. Democratic Party is also talking about giving them voting rights. Is citizenship a privilege? Is voting a right? I do not know that. But I do know one thing for sure, that is proud to be a citizen of a country. I was as proud of being a citizen of India as I am today of being a citizen of America. It's a choice we always exercise. I was a resident of Bihar. I became a resident of Maharashtra. I've been a migrant all my life, moving from wherever opportunity took me. That's what life is all about. So, Mr. Biden, you are playing with the lives of migrant community. Don't do that. Democrats, you are on warning. New York City is collapsing just as San Francisco has collapsed. I'm told that more than 25 prime hotel properties in San Francisco are up for sale. Not a laughing matter. A city that prides itself on tourism. And it is indeed shocking that Democrats who are championing the cause of immigrants are hurting the immigrants the most. There is a backlash coming. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Satyamev Jayate. Truth will triumph. Please like, subscribe, and support our channel. Thank you.